In this video, we'll walk through integrating Octave with Microsoft Dynamics 365 for sales. First, we'll install the managed solution for Octave in Dynamics. We'll configure Dynamics to connect with Octave, and then we'll configure Octave's integration settings to connect with Dynamics 365. At this point, you should have the managed solution file for Octave. First, we'll go to the settings screen in Dynamics 365, and we'll go to Solutions. Here, we'll choose the Import option, and we'll choose our managed solution file for Octave. Click Next. We'll click Import. And once your solution's been imported successfully, we'll click Close. And as a next step, we'll need to configure the org settings for Octave. To do that, we'll go to Advanced Find, we'll look for Octave org settings, we'll click Results, and we see that we do not yet have any set up. So we'll go into New Octave org settings here. This is where it will point Dynamics to the right Octave URL. I'll enter my account URL here, but you'll need to enter your own Octave account URL at this point. Once we're done, we'll click Save. And it's already active, so we'll leave it as is. Next, we'll need to go into Octave to configure the Octave side of the integration. Before I do that, I'll just check that we've gone through the steps properly. And to do that, I'll navigate to one of my opportunities. To check my work, I'll go to any of my opportunities, and from the ribbon at the top, we see our new Octave Documents Associated view here. This is where we'll be able to create new documents and see other documents we've created. Now that we've confirmed that's working, let's log into our Octave account. Here, we'll configure the integration settings on the Octave side. You'll go to your user icon, Administration, Integrations, and Microsoft Dynamics. We'll click Edit here. And here, we need to enter in our Dynamics credentials. And great. We see that the green checkbox is now ready to go, and I see more settings than I did before. Here we can see that we're setting opportunity status to closed won upon acceptance. We see a number of fields that are already mapped for us depending on my starter account with Octave. And we're mapping fields that are going to be used to drive documents, whether it's as merge fields or driving conditional content logic. If you need to map additional fields or do not have this set up yet in your account, you can choose from your launching entity here. So we'll choose Opportunity from our first dropdown. This will give us a list of the fields available on that entity, where I can select the fields or deselect the fields and click Save. I can also drill down to referenced fields in the second drop-down and get to information such as information about the opportunity owner. Once mapped, I can see beneath my selector fields that I've already mapped from those different entities. One thing to note is that while reference fields are drilled down here, if I'm mapping my opportunity products or my child relationships from the opportunity, I'll do that in the first drop down. So here we can see that I would instead use opportunity products from this first menu and map the fields that I want to display in my auto-generated pricing table here. Further down, we have more information set up on our Assign Template section so that whenever I'm launching from an opportunity, my default template is automatically chosen as the Microsoft sample template. If I need to set this up in the future or add additional mappings, I would select my opportunity or whatever launching entity I'm using. I could be more specific and select field and criteria here. Or I could be generic like this and just choose opportunity and automatically choose the Microsoft template. Once mapped, we'll see it underneath in the table of current mappings. Now that we've connected everything, we have our Microsoft Dynamics 365 org connected to our Octave org. We installed the managed solution file for Octave in Dynamics 365, configured the Octave org settings in Dynamics, configured the integration settings in Octave, and verified that we could see the Octave associated view of my opportunity in Dynamics 365.